Hello, I'm Tom Wilkinson, and welcome to the Thinking in English podcast, a podcast aimed at intermediate to advanced level English learners. Today, we will discuss the failure of Quibi. I guess many of you are asking, what is Quibi? And you're probably not alone. Quibi was supposed to be the next big thing in online videos, attracting billions of dollars in investments before it launched earlier this year. On the 1st of December, however, Quibi ended forever. We'll look at the history of Quibi, its unique selling points, and talk about why it failed. But first, why not follow the Thinking in English Instagram, Thinking in English podcast, or the link is in the description, full of great vocabulary, pronunciation, and grammar content. And you definitely should look at our blog, thinkinginenglish.blog, for all transcripts and bonus content. Here is today's vocabulary list. As always, the written list is available in the description of the podcast and also on our blog, thinkinginenglish.blog. Platform. A platform is a method of communication or entertainment, like television, radio, or the internet. For example, this podcast, Thinking in English, is available on a number of podcasting platforms, including Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and Google Podcasts. Content. The information and experiences that are directed to an end user or audience on a platform. For example, she has been producing YouTube content for 5 years. To tailor. To adjust something to suit a particular need or situation. For example, their services are tailored to clients' needs. Amalgamation. The action or process of uniting or merging two or more things. For example, opera is an amalgamation of singing, acting, and stagecraft. Orientation. Arrangement or direction. For example, this building has an east to west orientation. To consume. To use something such as fuel, energy, money, content, or time, especially in large quantities. This device will monitor how much energy your household appliances are consuming at any time. To break down. To break down something, such as an idea or statement, means to separate it into smaller parts in order to make it easier to understand or deal with. For example, the report breaks down the results region by region. And finally, up and coming. This means likely to achieve success soon or in the near future. She is an up and coming actress. Quibi is dead. Oh, I probably need to give you some more details. A few years ago, I was listening to a number of different podcasts and was reading articles which all mentioned that a new platform was being developed that would revolutionize the way we watch video content online. It was to rival Netflix, Amazon Prime, Hulu, YouTube, and any of the other streaming services by producing content specifically designed to watch on mobile devices and tailored to the current video viewing habits. This new platform was Quibi. At the start of 2020, Quibi, the word an amalgamation of the words quick bite, was seen by some in the entertainment industry as the future of smartphone entertainment. The shows available on Quibi were shot so that they could be watched full screen in both portrait and landscape mode, with viewers able to switch with the turn of a handset. On other platforms, full screen is available only in one orientation, with a black border surrounding the video if watched the other way around. Some people were certainly confident about Quibi's potential. In fact, the company had raised $1.8 billion in funding from investors by the time it launched, a significant sum of money. These investors included Disney, 21st Century Fox, NBC Universal, Sony Pictures, Viacom, Alibaba. Furthermore, the company was founded and run by highly experienced and respected business minds and entertainment producers, including former Walt Disney Studios chairman Jeffrey Katzenberg and Meg Whitman, the former chief executive of Hewlett-Packard Enterprise. Major players in the traditional media also signed up to produce content on Quibi, such as the BBC, which created a daily news program. What was unique about Quibi? Well, as I already mentioned, they aim to produce content specifically designed for mobile devices. A unique selling point of the platform was that the videos were created in both vertical and horizontal formats. The app would automatically switch between them when the viewer turned their smartphone. This reflected the growing trend in people consuming content through their mobile devices. The other major selling point was that the shows produced would be of Netflix quality, broken into segments of 10 minutes or less, in order to appeal to 25 to 35-year-olds on the go. Longer films would be broken down into shorter chunks. Quibi's videos had been advertised as being ideal for short breaks or commuting. When the app launched earlier this year, it actually attracted 1.7 million downloads in the first week alone. However, 6 months later, the company was no longer. So, what went wrong with Quibi? Well, quite a lot. I don't know if I'll be able to list them all here, but I'll give it a go. To start with, Quibi is a terrible name. Quibi. Just so bad. To be fair to the company, you never know whether or not a name will catch on. However, the name Quibi was not clear. It is a made-up word without an apparent meaning. It is not immediately obvious that it stands for quick bites. And even when you learn that it stands for quick bites, that doesn't clear up what type of company it is. Quick Bites could be a food company. Any type of company, really. The company's programming lineup was also confusing and mismatched. They invested aggressively in series with recognizable names, such as Most Dangerous Game, starring Liam Hemsworth and Christoph Waltz, Dummy, starring Anna Kendrick, and Thanks a Million, a reality show produced by Jennifer Lopez, all major Hollywood stars. However, the company made no attempt to bring over up-and-coming talent that had proven incredibly successful on YouTube, instead relying on those established Hollywood big names. Although there are other reasons the platform failed, the final one I will mention today is the pandemic. Quibi was designed for smartphones and to be used by busy professionals commuting and on breaks. Then the pandemic happened, and people were no longer needing to commute or watch content on their smartphones every day. People had more time to watch longer form content and had more access to TVs, laptops, computers, and tablets. Quibi's unique selling point, that it was short form content and that the screen could rotate, was no longer in demand. Quibi themselves released a statement a few months ago saying that Quibi is not succeeding, likely for one of two reasons. Because the idea itself wasn't strong enough to justify a standalone streaming service, or because of our timing. So here is today's final thought. Why do you think Quibi failed? Actually, had you ever heard of Quibi? I don't think it was really designed for the international market. I know they had platforms in the UK and in Germany, but I don't think really it was international. In fact, when the platform shut down, they only had about 400,000 subscribers, down from a predicted 8 million. Quibi was designed by mainstream Hollywood and big business executives to compete with new internet-orientated streaming platforms and social media. Why do some companies succeed while others fail miserably? Is it because of the content? Quibi, of course, could never compete with the diversity of YouTube's content or the quality of Disney Plus and Netflix. Or is it complete luck? If you were going to create a new streaming or video sharing platform, what would you choose as your unique selling point? Quibi chose short videos and horizontal vertical formats. Disney, Netflix, Amazon, HBO, etc. all make their own unique high-level content. What would you do? How could online video viewing be improved? Here are today's comprehension questions. As always, the written questions and answers are available in the description of the podcast and also on our blog, thinkinginenglishpod. What two words were combined to make the name Quibi? How much money did the company raise? How many subscribers did Quibi have when it shut down? Thank you for listening to today's episode of Thinking in English. Please share with your friends, check out our social media links in the description, and send us a message. We really appreciate all of your feedback. If you have any ideas for topics, future podcast guests, or other learning formats, please let us know. And please leave us a rating. We're on Instagram now. I'm producing daily content, focusing on improving your vocabulary. So make sure you check out the Thinking in English page. Thinking in English podcast on Instagram, or the link is in the description. Instagram is also probably the best way to contact me. All transcripts of the podcast are now available on the Thinking in English blog. Vocabulary lists, comprehension questions, and articles are all there for you to read. The link is also in the description, so please check it out. Thank you, and see you next time.